Hello, everyone. I hope everybody's doing fine. Another day, another dollar. Oh boy, emotions. Mm. Oh, I tell you. Mm. Where is that? I wanted to talk about this. I just had it. Okay. This I just heard this. It's Josh Holly. He was talking about. Now listen to this. Now, if you hear this, it's going to make you feel a certain kind of way. Depending on what kind of person you is, you're gonna feel distraught or you're gonna feel like vindicated. Either way, it's psychological warfare.
For all the Biden voters. This is not going to the Wall Street kingpins. They don't need any of it. This is going to the Trump blue collar voters, the people who Joe Biden crushed, the people who didn't get a raise under Joe Biden for 4 long years. So this is not going to the hedge fund managers or all the Biden voters. This is not going to the Wall Street kingpins. They don't need any of it. This is going to the Trump blue collar voters, the people who Joe.
Okay. At first, your first reaction is wow. But then you realize, number one, how they gonna know who voted for Trump? Number two, how they gonna get away with something like that? And then you realize it's just chatter. It's just propaganda. It's just to make people get in their feelings. If you saw the what's the name of that? The margarine candidate where they, I might not be saying it right, but they made two. They made one with Denzel Washington in it, and one with the other guy. I can't think of the name of it. I like the first one first. I usually like the first version better, and how they could get into your mind and put these triggers to get you to do stuff. And that's what they're doing. With all this chatter and all this propaganda and all this internet frenzy and all these things that go viral, they want things to go viral. Everybody want to go viral. they're going to go for different reasons. To uh, get the word out, whether it's good or bad. And see, they got this. I don't know how new it is, but I just found out about it. They got this new black-owned magazine. I'm still looking for a magazine for me, a magazine that's geared towards um, mature black women that's not rich, that have been through some things in her life, that's not uh, overwhelming religious. I'm looking for a magazine like that. That's still dealing with some things. Let me see. I thought this magazine really good. If only more black men would see that they have stuff out here. It's see. This is why I can't really get into it because it's dealing with a lot of relationships. Okay, which is good because our black and brothers and sisters need help with relationships. I just heard yesterday about a 24-year-old woman, black woman, got killed at her job by her husband. Like, number one, why are you married? You're 24. Why are you married? And number two, why did you let this happen? Okay, because I, and then a female gets on there and talking about, I never thought this would happen. Why you didn't think this could happen? Every black female on this planet should expect some crap like that to happen. Okay? Nobody's immune to it. I don't care if your husband is a preacher. Preachers have killed their wives. Why are you talking about? I never thought it would happen. You should have been on TV talking about why did she let that happen? Of course, you can't, stop everything, but are you trying to stop it? They tell me, oh, he came up to the job threatening her. Well, I'm telling you, they've been. I left yesterday, and man, almost every street I went down, they was doing some doggone construction work. Made me late where I was going, and I hate to be late, but I calmed myself down because I would turn around, but I couldn't because I was taking my grandson somewhere. um, get back to this woman. This happened in Jackson. No, yeah, Jackson, Mississippi. And I'm like, for one thing, you 24. You got this man threatening you because you can't take his crap no more, so you're gonna leave. See, I come from the 60s and the 70s. We took threats literally, okay? Because in our minds, we like, dude, you got to go to sleep. Okay. Where your threats at then? Because oh wait, um, no, we ain't gonna shoot you in the back. We're gonna shoot you while you sleep. No, okay. I'm not. I'm not ever condoning violence. But when it comes down to you or me, It ain't gonna be me. That's why I don't understand. We don't have nobody advocating for us black women because it should already the law should already be on the books. If a man threatening you, you have the right to kill him. You don't need to ask no questions because evidently we don't have nobody. Most of us don't have nobody, and we don't hear enough about the ones that defend themselves. Now I seen one. They made a video about it. It wasn't on the news, but we ain't snapping on you. You know, I mean, it ain't about being snapped. It's like if you can't take separation good, well, I need to separate you from air because uh, these men, they will not only kill you, they will kill your kids and themselves. And you got a life to live. You got family. Because, see, evidently he was not raised to check his emotions and his feelings. You got to get those emotions and those feelings in check. And I was talking about this new magazine they got out, which is real fantastic. And more black men need to be checking this out. It's called Extraordinary. I don't know if it's on the streets or what, but I've seen it online at Kindle. And this is on the front page on the okay of the magazine. Ending colorism, the impact of skin tone, bias, and discrimination. Only thing we could do is deal with it because it's here to stay. It's going to be talked about behind closed doors. I mean, it doesn't have to impact us, but as long as you have white people running stuff, it's going to be an issue. Black money, black power, building black generational wealth. That should be taught even before they start school, because we keep forgetting to tell our kids we the white man had a whole 400-year start. Unfiltered and unapologetic, celebrating the beauty of black love. We don't do that enough. We especially don't do that enough in the movies. We don't do that enough in TV, um, on the videos. My whole feed on my YouTube is all about uh, black violence because it's more of that than it is to black love. I could look at something black love, and it still wouldn't overwhelm my feed. Okay, Karma Marion Juneteenth. Um, okay, I don't celebrate Juneteenth, just like I don't celebrate July the 4th. But um, I got nothing against it. You wouldn't, I don't have anything against it at all. And we got some black men. I'm talking about. Oh, don't you just love it? Don't you just love it? This dark skinned, dark berry, juicy black man. I mean, you just, ew. Um, yeah, and it gives you a lot of black history in here. Just like I didn't know this. Okay, this happened in June. On June the 21st, 1832, Joseph Hayne Rainey, the first African American to serve in the U.S. House of Representatives, was born in Georgetown, South Carolina. Elected in 1870, he served 5 terms representing South Carolina during Reconstruction. Rainey died in 1887, but it wasn't until 2005, 118 years later, that his portrait was placed in the U.S. Capitol, honoring his historic legacy. And that just made me think about, see, that's what I'm talking about, emotions and feelings. When I got a clip of that thing up in the press room talking about that Trump needs a Nobel Prize, I had to get my emotions checked. um, yeah, and I'm like, if if that was to happen, which I doubt it seriously, if it did happen, they need to give everybody need to give back their Nobel Peace Prize and give the money to charity back or whatever, because your legacy will be stained forever. And just get it, come up with another name, and let him be the only one with a. Ugh, how how do anybody? Everybody knows he only doing all this stuff, trying to do all this in 6 months. How do you get all these peace treaties, 6 of them in 6 months? They had to be doing some threatening, some uh, paying up under the table, or something. And then as soon as I get my prize, y'all can go back to fighting. I don't give a damn. And everybody know he just trying to get one because Obama had one, and he feel like a black man got one, and I'm the big white man and don't have one. I'm telling you, we lived through the dark times. Now we are living through the stupid times. Okay, we are going to be known as the stupid times. They're going to have it in the history books. Stupid times. You could read about the dark ages. Now we are living in the stupid times. I mean seriously. So we have to make sure that we get the word out. We talk to our kids. We make it known that we ain't stupid. And did you know that it was a black woman called Dr. Patricia Bath who um, born in 1942 in Harlem, New York, she became the first black female doctor to receive a medical patent. In 1986, she invented the laser phaco probe, a device that uses lasers technology to safely and painlessly remove cataracts. It was a black woman. And also, it was a black man that is known as the father of the blood bank. Drew, Dr. Charles Drew, revolutionized the storage and use of blood during the early 20th century. Born in 1904 in Washington, D.C. Despite being forced to resign due to radical discrimination, just like they try to do now. They are trying to keep Black people from living up to their full potential because it's a lot of things that could have been invented and renovated and utilized because Black people are inventing and utilizing and making stuff better all the time, but they don't get enough recognition. And they're really trying to do this. And now they have this book called the Black Business Book. The Black Business Book. It has over 200 facts. I've seen it and it's wonderful. You can get it on Kindle for $4.99, but it only costs $15 for the book. And when you go to the library, look around. How many Black men and Black boys do you see in there, separate or together? Do you see how many Black fathers do you see taking their children to the library? Tell me once, have you ever seen a Black man in the library reading to kids? I got a lot. I got a lot. My emotions was running rapid yesterday. Uh, it all started with it wasn't yesterday. It was the other day. Well, anyway, it's been running rapid ever since because it's just, the traffic was crazy because all these one lane streets, and then I was late. Okay, now in this book, it talks about Black money and Black power. It says there is 5 things that you have to do. Start a business. Just start one. Buy property. Invest wisely. Support Black owned businesses and educate the next generation. Yes. And you shall start a generational wealth because right now we are just now starting generational wealth. I mean, generational wealth has been going on since the 1800s, but now it's um, getting steam. It's going full throttle. It's really we're stepping it up, and we can't stop. We have to do better. Definitely have to do better. And it was something in here that I read. Let me see. I made the comment on where is it? Okay, it was a commentary. Okay, yes, it was a commentary. Okay, but now the one that started this book, this magazine, was Maurice Woodson, and he made a comment where he was talking about uh okay, I'm just going to read this part. The rest of it is all the victimization that we've heard 1,000 times. But he says, through resilience, faith, and brilliance, we flourish, which is so true. That unity bore fruit. And just as our success began to challenge the falsehoods of the white supremacy narratives, the system struck back brutally. Okay. And that's what it's doing now. It's going, wow. They talking about how they are, um, with all the layoffs. And then they saying, well, it's mostly black women that are in the federal government, and they are being targeted because they're black, and then all this other stuff that they're doing to the blacks. Now they want this DUI and all this stuff. So yes, every time we go 3 steps forward, they try to kick us back 5 steps. And they could only do that because um, I wrote, we will not get back or go further if we continue to be the same. I say it all the time. We have to be brand new. We have to act brand new. We just can't call our names brand new. We, these different names that they're coming up. I mean, the names that these people are giving their kids. Why? You are messing your child up already. There's no quarantines in America. Okay, you are setting your child up for failure right there and then just by naming your child Quarantine and Moon Bombay or whatever. I'm not saying that they can't do better. I'm not saying it, but you are setting them up because you are living in America. And you can't forget that. And if you're going to give them a brand new name, you're going to have to give them a brand new attitude. You're going to have to give them a brand new outlook on life. You're going to have to give them a brand new language. And you're going to have to tell the truth. You're going to have to teach that kid to be a quarantine in America. And number one, we're going to have to stop saying white supremacy. Ain't no white supremacy. That is a KKK word. Only thing that do is keep boosting up these white people. Call it what it is: white domination, white oppression, white lies, white garbage. I mean, anything but white supremacy. What they got ain't nothing. It's not because they're white, it's because they got money. Why they are able to do all this stuff. If they didn't have this money, they wouldn't be able to do jack. Yes, I know jack. Yeah, we used to have a saying back in the day, you don't know jack shit. um, and they all living off the government. A lot of them get rich because of government subsidies. They all getting the government check. But just because we get one, they want to, talk about us because we ain't getting millions. Big difference. Yes, it is a big difference. They on welfare just like we is. But see, they don't want to talk about that. That's how that doggone thing. As soon as he bought Twitter, I got off. Ain't been on it since. That Elon. Talking about somebody else going to jail. As soon as they find out that he rigged this election, he going to jail too. But that's how he got rich, getting the government check. But they want to talk about us. Enough is enough. We're going to have to work on our emotions and our feelings. We're going to have to take our feelings towards helping one another, giving each other a boost. And it's crazy. I was looking at this video the other day, and I'm laughing, and I'm like, oh, what? I am laughing at somebody getting shot. I mean, we've been laughing at people get, but it's usually in a cartoon form. But now, it's crazy. We don't know what's going on with us. We don't know what's happening to us. We really don't. Because people don't want to talk about the truth. They don't want to tell the truth. Because we are confined on what we could say and what we could do. We only a step up from being North Korea. Because if we're not paying attention, they are going to be um, watching us like they is now. But they're going to be watching and they're going to be acting on what they hear and see. You see how they could uh, trace everything we see online. You can go to a website, and next thing you know, that website is all on your Facebook page. You can even say something, and miraculously, it just appear in your YouTube channel or your Facebook page or Twitter or whatever. And no telling what they're doing to our kids, how what they're doing to our kids because our kids are not telling us because they don't want to. Because we're not talking to our kids enough. How many of us get up in the morning and hug our kids and tell them and give them motivation and give them some intellectual talk, ask them questions, tell them about their Black history, keep them informed. Like today's grandma's birthday. You know, my grandkids have never said happy birthday to me. Okay, I'm okay. Let me let me say that. Let me say maybe 5 times. One, one. I would say 5 times because she did about 3 years ago. I think she said happy birthday to me, and that's when me and my her mom was talking. Because if the mom ain't talking to me, the kids ain't talking to me. But and it's the same thing when I was growing up. My mom and dad never said, "Oh, it's grandma's birthday." It's never. I realize that now, but that was just the way it was back then, and we didn't question it. We didn't because we were scared to ask our parents questions. Oh, because the answer after so many times of getting the sorry ass answer, you just stop asking. Yeah, for instance, I'll never forget this. This was one time I did ask a question, and I would ask them. My questions would be really out there because I remember I asked my father, "How do I know you, my dad?" I don't know why I asked him that, but I asked him one time. I said, "I'm turning 13. What can I do?" He said, "Well, you can hope and pray that you turn 14." I'm like, I could just imagine the look on my face. And I don't think I asked him another question. Because, and then my mother, her answer was always, give it to Jesus. What the hell did that mean? Okay. But, we got to stop that. And I'm sure that's not like in every home. Thank goodness. Um, and we have to have little sayings up on the walls, to give them confidence, to give them, because they are facing a crisis too, especially in the schools. It's a shame that we hear about 11-year-olds, 9-year-olds committing suicide because of bullying. How do it get that bad? Because our kids really that's coming up now is really weak, you know. And just like the black women, I try to keep telling them, stop being weak. You can't be doing that. You got kids. They leaving behind kids be raised by parents that raise you. Do you want that? And I know it's a lot of women and men out here that got to have a relationship. Why? Why do you need a relationship? We all would love to have a nice home, nice husband, nice kids, nice job, and all that. But life ain't like that. I'm sorry to say. Your main objective is living your life to the fullest. And don't think that you have to find somebody in the town that you live in. Get out of town. Men are the same practically everywhere, but you're not confined to one area. And we are living in stupid times right now. So your chances of finding a stupid man has greatly increased. And it's a learned behavior through the songs. Oh, I can't live without you. Yes, the hell you can. And you will. Or you're gonna die without me. One of the two. Your choice. Because see, when we was growing up, we grew up with strong black women. Okay. Uh my mother slept with a gun up under her pillow. My mother was a short woman, but she was mean as hell. I had a mean mom and a dad. And I remember hearing my mama told my daddy, talk about, he said something about he'll knock her down the stairs. And she said, "And you better hope and pray I don't get up." He didn't touch her. I never seen my mother. I never seen my father touch my mother in the wrong way. And I saw her shoot out his tires while the car was parked in front of his girlfriend's house. Um, the black strong woman, it's a myth. It's 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 just something to just to try to put us in a bad light. That's all. Because black women have had to defend themselves since they was brought over here in this crazy ass country. The black men couldn't do it, and if they did, they probably wound up getting killed. And we had to sit up there and look at our man, look at a white man rape us or rape our children. And a black woman has came up knowing that she has to defend herself and her children. What has happened to that? Where did the really the black strong women I'm talking about, they out there, but it was a time where they was out there. They was everywhere. And the strong black woman, I think, really left in the 80s. Everything left in the 80s when crack came on the scene. Crack, to me, devastated the black community more than heroin did, and alcohol, because crack was everywhere. People who drank did crack. People who did heroin did crack. People, people that did pills did crack. And it started a major crisis, and it opened up a gaping wound that has yet to be healed. A lot of families now are not talking or separate because of crack. A lot of stuff that was done during crack cut deep, and we lost a lot of people. And we lost that black strong woman, because we seen that black strong woman out on the streets turning tricks for $5. She's still there, because we are the original people, and it is up to us to make it right. He gave the world life. And they mad. These people are, especially the white people, they are so jealous of us. They are so jealous of us. Because you look at it, go to one of their parties, all you see is white. Go to one of our parties, you see all kind of colors, light, brown, black, 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 damn near white. You got people that look like they Chinese. You got people that look like they Indian. We are the box of chocolate. But and we're gonna have to just realize that we have, oh boy, I tell you, this man, oh, you probably can't see how black he is. Oh my goodness. Dang. I want me a black man right now. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, it's time to bring back black love on a very large scale. It's time for us to start with the building our generational wealth, helping one another. The young people need to get out there and start helping these older ones and helping their children. You don't have time to be out here. Um, it, it, it's time for us to realize that it is time. We got to sit back and chill. They're trying to party and look good and come up with and keep up with the Joneses and keep up with the latest fashion. That's over with. We got work to do, because if we don't do it, if we don't do it now, um, Oh, thank you for the comments. I didn't even see. I didn't know I had comments. Oh, thank you for the comment. I see that you're here. I'm glad to see that you're here. Um, Una Kyla Womb. Oh, you're beautiful. Yes. And see, that's what's wrong with a lot of these men out here. They left the womb, and it's like they don't know what to do since they done left the womb. We got to teach these men. We need to start raising these men that be out here and take care of the world. Thank you. Yes, it makes me so mad when I see these black men out here standing around on the corner or sitting out in front of their front porch, just sitting there. We got work to do. You don't see what's going on. It don't make no sense. Our kids is out here going through this. And to those black Trump supporters, I'm telling you, we have to make sure we ask, are you a Trump supporter? Because they need to go on and be with their kind. Because no, we don't support racists. We don't support craziness. We don't support criminality. We are got to get away from the criminality. You can call me, it's my birthday. Nisa? I'm bad with names. Oh, um, Unisa? That's different. And you know what? You got a different name. You have to be different. Right. That's right. Um, uh, yeah, and I was let me say, let me say, I was looking at this show. It just happened to pop up, and I said, let me look at this, see what this is about. And it was about, it was called 16 Shots, and it was about the Quang, the Quan, the Quan, and I'm like, the Quan. See, you like I said, you're gonna name these kids different, these different types of names. You're gonna have to show them they different. You're gonna have to give them a different outlook on life. You're gonna have to make sure they could because if your name is Laquan and you got on a dozen tattoos and your ears pierced and stuff, how far you think you're gonna go? Oh, Unica. Unica. Okay. I was all way wrong. Unica. Okay. That's beautiful. Unica. All right. I like that. I hope I'm saying that right. Unica. Unica. Can? No, that would be an N. Unica. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna have to have a different language. We're gonna have, no, my kids is not walking around here talking about no white supremacy. Oh hell no, ain't nothing supreme about them. White stupid, white trash, white dominance, but not no white supremacy. You're welcome. It's if it weren't for all that money and all that devilishness that and all that bombing. These are the people that bombed two countries, killed hundreds of thousands of people, and they have the nerve to call us savages and us criminals and murderers when they have murdered billions of people. And until we get control of our media and what we see on TV and the news that we are, we're gonna have to work harder to get the word out because these kids are starting school in another couple of weeks, I think. Today is tax-free day, so it's gonna be really busy out there. I'm staying out the way. Uh, buy what you need. Don't buy all that extra stuff. Um, buy what you can and buy what you need. You know what? I just bought something yesterday online. I should have waited till the day. Well, anyway, uh, we need to make sure we keep them motivated when they go to school in the morning. You have said it right. My grandma named me in the middle name. Your your middle name is Ann. Oh, so is mine. Oh, that's beautiful. That's my middle name, Ann. Um, so we have to make sure we tell them every morning. Tell them what make sure you tell them what you take in is what you give out. And most of all, make sure they know that they can talk to you, that they can do anything. And that don't mean they're gonna do it, but at least they know. And make sure you tell them. Eva Ann Wilson. That's beautiful. Eva Ann. Mine's is Unica Ann Rector. Oh wow. Okay. Yes, us grandmothers, yes, we have to continue to be a big part of our kids' and grandkids' life, especially during school ages, school times, because kids need a lot of reinforcement. Um, meditate with your kids, exercise with your kids. When you go, if you can, walk them up to the school door. Sit there and wait till they go in the door. And just be patient. I know it's a lot of people. I prefer a more peaceful, healthy learning environment. Me too. Always have been. I was the only one in the family who loved to read. My mother even told me, if it wasn't, you the only one that's using those dictionaries. And I love to read. I love to write. And because I didn't have nobody to talk to, so I wrote down all my feelings. and stuff. And a lot of people are not going to appreciate your feelings, and they're not going to understand your feelings, but that's okay. I don't expect you to, but if you do, that's great. Because I always had a different outlook on life. I always less bullying and less neglect. Right. That's so true. Yes, because you have to stop bullying even in home. You have siblings bullying each other. It has to be stopped at home, and you have to make sure because that's where they learn it from, and then they go to school and start doing it. You have to take it serious because your kid may be bullying somebody, but nowadays those bullies are getting uh, bullied back in the worst way. I understand that. A lot of these schools, kids don't feel safe or loved. When I was going to school, I realized I was an introvert. I didn't talk much. Um, I wasn't that special kid that got all the attention and all that stuff. Um, and then you don't get attention at school. You don't get attention at home. That mostly would cause a child to go look for love in all the wrong places. Yes, my mom and dad was abusive to me. It was I didn't think of it being abusive back then because we just got whoopings. But when you is that all you ever get? You don't get the love plus whoopings. That's the only time we've gotten any attention from them is when they was disciplining us. Do you have a relationship with your mom and stepdad now? Because we had a strained relationship. It would be years sometime without talking to him. It would be um I refused to even go to my mother's birthday party a couple times. Cause I felt like I didn't want to be around these old sorry ass people. They ain't never care about me. When I was growing up, I never had an aunt and uncle. You don't have a relationship with them, wow. I didn't have a grandmother. I had one growing up, but like I said, we never talked to her. I don't talk to any of them. I love them from afar. That's fine. That's what I chose to do. I would always love them from afar because they is family. And if they really needed me and called me, I would go, but I doubt it. I think seriously, if they would probably bleed out on the street before they called me. That's and that's true, but that's okay. But they don't need me. They have kids. They have people to care about them, which is fine. Which which, which is which is fine. Because like I tell my kids, as long as you okay. If you don't ever talk to me again, as long as you is fine. And if you ever need me, I'll be there. Oh, sorry to hear that. I know I'm just thinking about my I got a subscription to newspapers.com, and you can look up anybody and you can find out information. So I was looking up my mother and my father, and that's how I'm finding out about their brothers and sisters and parents and stuff, because I didn't know them growing up. They didn't know me and I didn't know them because we didn't live with them. They lived far from us. And I didn't have an uncle or an aunt that I could run to when I couldn't run to my parents. And when you do that, you leave you keep a lot of stuff in, and that's not good because you start to make bad decisions, and you can ruin your life. And what I mean by ruin your life, I mean by not living up to your full potential. I wanted to be a teacher, but of course I didn't, because I wound up getting pregnant young, started drinking, and just lived a reckless life. Uh, so, and for us who have lived that, we should be doing everything possible to try to help somebody else don't live like that. I seriously appreciate the interaction. It's beautiful, and I'm going to say thank you for joining me, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and continue to live and keep it real. I don't talk to any, you know what? Um, I don't either, but we're gonna have to because we got a house to sell, and we all getting older. We are not spring chickens no more, and we have to get something done because see, our kids don't really talk to each other either. So we're gonna have to talk. I went through all the worst, been through a lot now. More close in tune with the divine. I'm glad to hear that. Spiritually involved, now more close to the in tune with the divine, yes. And our divine is right there all around us. It gives I could feel the hugs sometimes. Even though I get hugs from my folks, uh, the universe hugged me. I could feel the hugs. That's why I'm always, um, thinking about Mother Nature and Father Time and the Great Spirit, and because that's all I had all my life. I didn't have family, but I love family because I think family is the best thing in the world. And everything happens in divine time and divine order. Yes. Yes. That's why we need to be more in tune with time. Yes, because you don't know what You don't know what time is. You don't know how much time you got. We don't know. But I know everything happens in time. Everything happens for a reason. And we do have to have empathy. I have a lots of empathy. Uh, and I think about it a lot. I stopped talking to my father, and I'm just grateful that I decided to go down there and spend some time with him. But then I got, it didn't go so well. Got in an argument, and he accused me of taking stuff. It just brought back old feelings, and I didn't talk to him no more. And he wound up passing away before I got a chance to talk to him again. And the bad part about it is he was in the hospital for 2 weeks and nobody told me. Nobody called me and told me he was in the hospital. And he didn't call me either. And I'm, feeling like, oh well, he don't call me. Oh, that's what I'm saying. We have to really ask ourselves, why are we feeling this way? Should I be feeling this way? And sometimes we just have to put away our differences and just say hi, and let that be the reason. Because you're gonna live longer than they are, and you're gonna have to live with that emotion for a long time. Oh, I'm not jealous. No, 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 no. That is that's something made up by savages. That's made up by people that build a boat just for destruction. That's what people that love to destroy stuff build it for destruction. Jealous and envy and fake. It's fake. Yes. It's a time and a place for fake though. I wanted to be a CIA agent. Because I love to, I love to be. I'm intrigued with that way of life because that's just the life we live in. But I love mysteries. I love to be nosy. I like to see what people are doing, and but uh, and you have to be fake to be a spy. You have to try to pretend to be somebody you're not to get information. But what you say is fake. You got fake friends, fake family members. Yeah. And we have to be aware of our surroundings because, for one thing, if you're a young black woman, you have to be extra, extra careful out here because we are coming missing and dying too much. If you can't get a weapon, get something to protect yourself. We need you. You are our healers. Details tell a lot. Art teaches. Yes, that is so true. All right, you guys, I'm going to have to go. I will be later. I will be back later. This has been great. And we have to look at our life as a journey to wellness, peace, and joy. Oh, yeah. I recommend this book. It's called it's a magazine. It's called Extraordinary. Look it up. Extraordinary Magazine. All right, you all have a wonderful day. Yes, school taught me to always watch my back. That's good. Every day. We have to be careful. We have to watch what's going on around us. Uh, and really, sometimes you can't even turn your back on people because they'll stab you in the back. Literally, will stab you in the back. And we have to be careful of these men. We didn't heard too many times about a woman actually losing her life because she didn't want to talk to a man. I love you, and thankful. I love you too. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you. Well,